Kid City is an after-school program that is focused on college access and college completion for mostly, but not only, first-generation youth. And we also have a music program, and we have other academic enrichment activities.
APO, we as a fraternity go every week to Kid City, and a lot of what we do is tutoring and helping the center with whatever they need, whereas it's putting up posters, planning for an event, getting stuff all ready for the place, because they don't really have a whole lot of help or funding, and so any help that they can get really means a lot to them. It means more than we can even comprehend, honestly.
Mondays I go here for calculus tutoring. Tuesday I come here for the college meetup the meeting we have every Tuesday. Wednesday I meet with my mentor, and Thursday I go to the calculus tutor again. And so basically I come here every day. They are open to help me out with school stuff, college stuff, and my mentor.
Kid City is a very low-funded nonprofit, and we only have one full-time person on staff, which is myself. And for us, the reason we're able to help so many students is because of volunteers, and APO specifically has been a great source of volunteers and been a great source of help for a lot of the youth that come in through Kid City.
Kid City specifically, it's one of our only programs that works with high school students, and so it's easier to relate to them.
I think that as we go through college, and this is nothing against it, but this is just a tendency of human beings, is that we tend to forget how high school was for all of us. And we forget that it was a stressful time, it was a hectic time, it was filled with it was just a time where really nobody knew what was going on, and you were being told to make all these huge decisions about your life. And a lot of us were lucky enough that we had people who knew what they were talking about and really cared about us, and we knew we could trust them to help us make these informed decisions.
I think just getting this mentoring role is completely different from traditional tutoring, because you get to build a more personal relationship with the student you're working with, and because it is one-on-one, you get to see the progress they make, versus if you go in just for normal tutoring, you might get paired up with different students each week.
Mentorship is different from a tutoring thing because you actually see the results at the end, because tutoring, yes, you can get a grade at the end, but that could have just been their own work or maybe at home or something like that. But for mentoring and college apps, it's like a concrete thing, like something super big and definitive and really, sets their future for them. So in that aspect, it is a big deal.
My mentor was Joshua. He was a great guy. He helped me a lot with my scholarship applications, college applications, and we formed a really great bond with each other. When without him and without the other mentors from APO, I don't know what I could have gone into. I don't know what college I would have gone to. But overall, it was a really great experience with Joshua and APO, and I really am grateful for that.
If I ask my English teacher to revise my essays, he's not going to be able to do it right away. He's going to be like, oh, I'll give it to you on next week on Friday. But with Anita, I could email her and she'll get it done by tonight or something like that. So it's that's one thing that's really good about being one-on-one, is because she will my mentor will get back to me as soon as possible. I applied to Project Bridge. That's a program where they send kids over to Korea and learn about their culture, and she really helped me out with the essays they had me do, and it was she even stayed up with me till 3 to do it. That's not something you usually do, and I will never forget that. It's really awesome.
I was applying for the Posse scholarship, and my mentor actually helped me on the application, and we worked a lot on it. And then I was a semi-finalist, and then because it was binding, I was really scared, and there were only 10 schools to select from, and so the night before my Posse interview, I was very nervous, and I didn't know if I should go or not, because I just felt like that scholarship wasn't for me and it was just limiting my options for colleges. And so I like called my mentor, Amy, and I like started crying to her. And then, I don't know, we just like talked for a long time over the night. And pretty much she got me out of the scholarship, which sounds like a bad thing, but it just wasn't a scholarship for me. And I felt that if I walked into that interview room, I would be walking in wanting not to get the scholarship. And I don't know, it was just really funny that and ironic that I like walked out on a scholarship.
The most memorable experience or day, I would say, is when we finished the very first UC application, like very first UC essay, because it was just 5 weeks of really hard work, and it's really difficult to change like just a few words or just change your essay around because you've been so attached to it. And just seeing my mentee really loving the final product was probably the best experience I've had.
I think that more people should go because we really do have something to offer these kids. Like, we really can, again, whether it be just believing in them. I mean, that seems like a minor thing to us, but a lot of times you don't realize how important it is just to have someone that really trusts you and cares for you and believes that you are better than the standards you're setting for yourself. Kid City is just, honestly, it's a really amazing place. The kids that I've seen there, the way they interact with the staff, the way they interact with each other, the way they interact with their environment around them, like the kitchen, the rooms, everything, they treat it as if it's their home. And that's what I've seen in a lot of the kids that go there. They honestly think of it as, I mean, a second home, or for some kids even, like it's almost, it is their home. It's replaced that almost, and that it's where they don't feel judged. They feel as if there's a community there, because there is. The staff there, everyone there has worked together to create this beautiful community where they have, I mean, it's on Hope Place, right? And that's kind of funny because it gives them and everyone there so much hope. And that was so cheesy. I think if everyone should go there at least once, just to see how much of an impact building a community like that and how much impact one person can have on an entire, like, dozens and dozens of scores of people.
So I just want to say thanks to APO for helping the community that they are part of. So a lot of the kids from Kid City come from the South LA area where USC is located. And I feel like it's very important for the campus to be engaged in its community. So I really have a lot of respect for the members of APO because not only are they in South LA to get an education, but they're also in South LA to give back to the community that really needs it. So thank you.
I really appreciate that someone from APO has come to Kid City and like helped me specifically and everyone else. And so, well, first of all, USC is my dream school. So if I go there, you know, just like having that students from USC come help me, you know, I want to give back. And being in Kid City, if I go to USC, and like now it's kind of like being an APO also falls in my dream to go to USC, and like coming back to Kid City and helping seniors then apply for colleges like I am now.